Hi guys, my name is Akshay and I am a manifestation coach. All my contact info is in the description. Today, I'm going to talk about a very important topic that somebody suggested in the comments section. And this person asked me, what is the difference between daydreaming and imagination? What is the difference between daydreaming and imagination? Which is more potent while manifesting? And how to manifest correctly using your daydreaming, imagination, whatever. So, first of all, you can manifest via daydreaming alone. Okay, via daydreaming alone, and there have been some really big manifestations in my life that I've managed to create using just daydreaming. Okay, just contemplating the joy of having it. Okay, but the thing is, I was not creating it consciously. I just thought, oh, it would be cool to have this. It would be so amazing if this happened. And then it manifested. So yes, you can manifest using just daydreaming. Okay. But imagination is done consciously. Okay. Daydreaming happens naturally. Okay. It is not, you do not exert any conscious effort. You do not exercise any control when you're daydreaming. And when it comes to imagination, it is a controlled reverie or a controlled trance-like state, a controlled dream. So the difference between daydreaming and imagination is that imagination is done on purpose. Imagination is done on purpose, and daydreaming happens usually naturally. So daydreaming looks like, oh, the weather is nice today. Oh, it would be so nice if I had that outfit, and if I could go out and do this, and I would have ice cream, and I would meet this friend, and then we'd have a party and go shopping and do this and that. This is daydreaming. Okay, so basically it's just happening naturally. Imagination, on the more hand, is very controlled. Very controlled. Okay. You do not have to exercise like you don't have to brace and grimace while imagining that, oh, I have to control this and I thought this. No. Imagination is controlled, but ultimately what imagination is that you want to become the person who already has your manifestation, and that is why you use imagination or affirmations. Okay. But today we are talking about imagination. So you want to become the person who already has it within you. And that is why your imagination is so powerful, because you use it to impress your mind, your subconscious mind, whatever you want to call it. Okay. You use it to impress it. You use it to cultivate the assumption that yes, I am this person, even though there is no physical evidence in your external reality. So say, for example, you want to manifest a car. So daydreaming is like, oh, it would be so cool to have this car and la 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 la, so and so, so and so. Oh, but I don't have the money, but it's okay. Maybe someday I will get it. Okay, whatever. That is daydreaming. Imagination is it is done on purpose, wherein you actually feel yourself in the car, exercising all the controls, shifting the gears, holding the steering wheel, and just smiling, dropping all rational thought, the restraints of rationalism, your rational mind, your analytical mind, because imagination has nothing to do with logic. And so you just contemplate, you just enjoy your imaginal act wherein, you took a selfie with your new car or whatever, okay? And you everybody is congratulating you on your new vehicle, and you do it again and again and again, again and again and again, until you have felt the satisfaction at that moment of already having it. Okay, it's almost like, you consciously impregnated your mind. So it is like an act of sex, okay, and the seed was planted in the mind, and then you felt the relief, the orgasmic pleasure, that we encounter while we have sex. I know this sounds a little unusual, but that is precisely, you feel really satisfied when you do that. And when you do that, that is what brings us to the most important part of today's video, that after you have imagined, okay, that is the most important part. So say you fell asleep in the imaginal act, okay, you fell asleep next to your SP, as their husband or wife or whatever, or you fell asleep with your new manifestation, whatever, in your new home or whatever. The next morning is what is really important, because when you wake up, okay, it is very tempting to fall back into the old pattern. Oh, it's not here. It's not here. But when you have imagined successfully, you feel that satisfaction within you, okay, that yes, it's mine. And even though you don't see it, okay, it's like a part of your logical brain is like, yeah, it will be here. Even the logical mind, which usually works against you, is like, oh, it's coming. It's coming. Okay. And in your body, you feel already like the person who has it. In your body, you already feel like the person who has it. You feel really good about your manifestation. You don't feel anxious. So, daydreaming is uncontrolled. Imagination is done on purpose. You consciously are planting the seed in consciousness. Okay, so your conscious mind is imagining again and again and again, and especially when you do it in a state akin to sleep, that is the SATS. Okay, while you're falling asleep or when you're really relaxed and you feel the pleasure, the satisfaction of already having your manifestation. That, in my opinion, is the best way to imagine. That is what cultivates the illogical confidence. Also, the really important thing is what you're doing in between the imaginal acts. So you can't imagine for 15 minutes that you have it and then you're like, oh, it's not here and I feel anxious and when will it come and so it's not here. You can't be affirming that. Okay, so it's so on the contrary, you should psych yourself with something different. Okay, you should retrain your mind with a different attitude with respect to the manifestation. And when you have imagined correctly, you feel really very relaxed with respect to the manifestation. There's no neediness or desperation. Really, I mean, you should try it if you've not tried it. This is not the only way to manifest. There are affirmations and a whole lot of other techniques. But when you've really imagined with intensity and felt the satisfaction of already having your manifestation, even the next day, your logical mind will not plot against the manifestation. It will not cause you to second guess. Okay, and also you can retrain, okay, your inner mind, your inner conversations to be in alignment with your manifestation through the use of conscious affirmations that, oh, I feel so good, I feel so proud that I now own this new vehicle, and I feel so happy that I finally have my dream home. And that is what, helps you to self-regulate your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings. When you keep affirming and when your affirmations align with your imaginal act, that is, in my opinion, really potent, really powerful. Okay. So it's like almost, it's not letting go actually. It's like set it and forget it. That is what some teachers say. But I'm like, set it so that it becomes a part of your identity. More like set it and remember it forever. And that feeling of satisfaction of having it, you will know when you've landed there. Okay. And if you've not done that, that's also okay. You will eventually. So imaginal acts are not the only way to manifest. There are many other techniques, okay, scripting, whatever, like affirmations, vision boards and stuff. But in my opinion, imaginal acts are really, really powerful, really potent. They are a very good way of manifesting. The difference between daydreaming and imaginal acts is that imaginal acts are done on purpose because you're consciously creating. Daydreaming just sort of happens, it's unregulated, uncontrolled. Okay, imagination is controlled. And when you have imagined successfully and actually felt the joy of having your manifestation, even your thoughts during the day after you have imagined, they align with your manifestation. You start feeling really good and positive about your manifestation. You feel like you already have it. And what you feel, your thoughts flow from there. Okay. So if you're already in the feeling, your thoughts will flow from it. So this is my take on how to imagine correctly and imagination versus daydreaming. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please hit like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. Best comment wins a free one-on-one session with me. I will announce the winners in my free Facebook group. All info is in the description. Unleash the power within you, and remember that if I said it, I already did it. Thank you.